Hello, Libras. Welcome. Thanks for being here with me. I wanted to apologize to the people that were waiting for this reading. I also wanted to say thank you for tuning in again. I just got really busy with the family, and you know how things are when you're going into Easter season and there's just so much to do, and so much love to pour into your immediate surroundings. So it definitely was a busy time, but I'm so glad that I'm here, and my fiance and my son are taking a nap, so I got an opportunity to kind of sit down and get with myself and get with you guys, so we could spread some love and light into your personal situation and pull some information from the tarot. Actually, this is a really special episode to tune into, because it's actually the beginning stages of me really diving into tarot again, and it's something that had been with me for a long time, something that was always a general interest. I just got really busy with life, and I think a lot of people can understand that. And we all get into this pace of movement in our self-progression, and we might even think it might be self-progression at that time, but then we have a big tower moment like what we have right now universally happen. And these moments that come in are there to wake us up. They're there to bring a heightened sense of awareness to the world around us, to push us further in our spiritual development. So I'm just so happy to have the opportunity to be able to share guidance and messages within those realms, because that's where I feel most comfortable and like I'm making the most sense when I speak. So another reason why I'm super excited to do this reading is because I'm a Libra too. I'm a Libra sun, an Aquarius moon, and a Virgo rising, which is very airy and a little bit of earth, which I'm very happy for because it keeps me relatively grounded, because I am a very airy being, and freedom and flow are super important in my life. So I'm just so blessed to have the ability to be able to really just, harness that energy and share that energy with you. So I started these readings from a brand new set of just regular playing cards. The messages that have been coming out have been really strong. They've been really forward, and so lots of great information there. I opened it at Aries, the beginning phases, or the very first zodiac sign there is. So Aries is considered to be the spark. And when you look at Aries's symbol, it's just one spot and then two almost like horns looking things coming out, but it's that initial spark that happens, and then creation happens after. So there's Aries, and then we progress through the zodiac circle. So we are right across from Aries right now, and we actually have something super exciting to look forward to. The new moon that's coming is in Libra, and the moon is actually right opposite from Aries, where they would be sitting in that zodiac circle. So a lot of energy being pulled from both. And it's really funny when we talk about energy, because Aries is the opposite of us, and we're going to be in perfect position there where that balance is going to be there. So you might have the ability to really harness in a specific energy or something that you would like to come into fruition in your future, and set some intentions that day. And the way you set your intentions are completely up to you. You can write them down. You can sit quietly with yourself and envision them on that new moon. And you know, there's all kinds of things you can do to harness a specific goal. And the thing about Libras is we're very goal-orientated beings. We just have things that we want and we desire and we move towards them. But that is also true when it comes to our negative aspects as well. When we have a tendency to have something be in our thought process consistently, we manifest from that thought process very quickly. So we need to check our thinking and where we are mentally on a regular basis and really hone into that and ensure that we're doing the work when it comes to clearing and movement and just the things that we intend to manifest into our life. Because what happens is when you're manifesting and when you're bringing things in, is you bring in what your thought process is, whether that's good or bad. So we have a tendency to really live in that and sometimes not see that it is our manifestations that brought on certain things, even if they're bad experiences, right? So just, you know, take heed to that fact. And, you know, there's so many things that you can do to move beyond the restrictions of thoughts. There's clearing, there's meditation, there's guided meditation where somebody helps guide you through and completely cleanses your whole mind and body and spiritual space, and just by following the way that somebody is teaching you to meditate. So there's just so many beautiful things out there to be able to work forward in your spiritual journey. So back to the cards. Let's get back to you. That was a really big message. I guess you needed to hear it. Another thing, I tried to do this yesterday. I just got, you know, so busy with my son and my fiance, and then finally I had a few moments to myself. So I came downstairs into my space and I went, you know, I got right into the reading. I got all of your cards laid on the table. I started going, and then my son came in and completely interrupted, and then my fiance came in after, and so that message, it was a great message, but it clearly wasn't yours for right now. So we're going to do this again, and you're going to have my undivided attention for this reading. So what we'll be doing is I'm going to be pulling cards from the regular playing deck. I'm getting strong messages here, and the only difference that there is between the playing cards deck and the traditional tarot deck is that there isn't many major arcanas. You only got the Fool. That's the only one from the major arcana in the deck, and you get that from the Joker. So what I'm doing to get a stronger, more impactful message, I'm pulling from my Chakra Wisdom Tarot deck as well to get a potential color energy that we might need to deal with. Because when you're dealing with chakras, you know, to have alignment, you need to be balanced between those chakras. And then we're going to pull a card from the Osho Zen Tarot. And I absolutely love this deck because the messages are so deep and they're very beautiful and just full-bodied messages. So I'll pull one card from that deck, and I will read from the book for that one. So let's get into it. Let's get into this reading. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Universe. Thank you for blessing me with the messages that need to be heard right now by Libra. Thank you for showing me clear and concise messages so they can be communicated to Librans. Thank you for showing me all messages in Librans' highest good. Thank you for consistently guiding me through all of my changes and maneuvers in flow. you. One more. Passionate. Show me messages for Libra. Give me cards for Libra. Show me messages for Libra. Give me 4 more cards for Libra. 4 more. Give me 4 more cards for Libra. 3 more cards for Libra, actually. 3 more cards for Libra. Give me 3 more cards. We got that one last night. Give me 2 more cards for Libra. Give me 2 more cards for Libra, please. Spirit, give me 2 more cards for Libra. 2 more, 1 more. Spirit, give me 1 more card for Libra. Give me 1 more card for Libra. 1 more card for Libra. Spirit, give me 1 more card for Libra. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, getting into your message, we start off with the Jack of Clubs. Jack of Clubs can be compared in the traditional tarot with the Jack of, or the King, or sorry, the Knight of Wands, excuse me. So, Knight of Wands is a very passionate knight indeed, very charming and courageous. So that energy is what comes out the strongest. So you could be at a time in your life where you're feeling very passionate and looking for outlets to cast out all of the, you know, creative expression that you have within you out into the universe. On your way to success, very strong and steadfast energy. So moving forward in desire and passion and creativity and, you know, on your way to mastering whatever it is that you are dwelling from within your soul right now. So it's very, very fiery energy as well. So you could, you know, be at a place right now where you're embodying any fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. So that's a really strong message for me because I identify with fire signs quite heavily due to my personal conditioning that, you know, I grew up in, right? Both my parents were Leos. My best friend was a Leo. My first love for what I thought love was at that time was a Leo. And there was just so much fire around me, and there still is to this day. I'm definitely ruled by the sun. You know, I need that like daily intake to feel good, if that makes any sense, and feel like I, you know, am moving forward. So anyways, with that, so it's a really strong energy that comes out in the beginning here. So this tells me that you're also casting spells and manifesting what it is that you want to come into your life in the future. So that's really beautiful as well. And then the energy that comes in and crosses us at this time is the 4 of Spades, which is in comparison to the 4 of Swords in traditional tarot. And with that, you know, there's a time of rest, respite, self-reflection, but it's very balanced and calculated reflection that you're doing or that you need to do. This could also represent a time of healing after potential sickness or something like that, but definitely doing that healing and its health is assured due to having that time to be able to heal. So it's a really beautiful card indeed. And then it comes in with the 8 of Hearts energy, which is the 8 of Cups in traditional tarot, and this is forward movement. It's like taking a journey and potentially walking away from something. So it could be walking away from historical behaviors. It could be walking away from a relationship, karmic bondage, like anything that, could have been hindering you in your personal growth. The Eight of Cups is walking towards growth or movement or change. So there could be some things that you don't know yet, some things that'll come to light later, because it's generally a darker card that comes out. So movement in the night and, things coming to light later kind of thing. Which brings us into our next energy, which is the Nine of Wands energy, Nine of Spades. Sorry, this is Nine of Swords, Nine of Spades. So this is a feeling. Okay, so it's the closing of a cycle, which is a beautiful thing. So that you got progression here, 8, 9. So you're moving forward, and the thing that could be you could be walking away from could be a mindset. This Nine of Swords speaks to an air sign. It speaks to the swords. So we have a tendency to get very caught up in our thought processes and the way that we calculate through things. And sometimes we can place burdens on ourselves mentally because, something just really, it gives us such an emotional reaction that it turns into a very strong manifestation. So that what you could be walking away from is holding on to the wrong thoughts and wrong thought processes, and that is taking you into another 9 energy, which is the 9 of Clubs, in comparison to the fire signs again. So with that, 9 of Clubs is generally that wounded warrior energy, but warrior nonetheless. So this energy is victorious, but you're taking your wounds with you, and those wounds have made you a different person. So it's really beautiful indeed, it's just so beautiful because it's learning from these hardships and these moments that could be stricken with passion and fire and desire, and that could be the thought processes or just even relationship situations. You could have something to do with being in a relationship with somebody who brings out these tendencies within you. But it is definitely the closing of the cycle. So however that, speaks to you, it's closing out the cycle. And then it brings in a 2 of Diamonds energy, which the 2 of Diamonds is the 2 of Pentacles. And the 2 of Pentacles is often referred to as the the balancing act. And it's, really weighing out your options and whatever it is you're moving towards, weighing out your decisions when it comes to it could be your pentacles or your coins or, anything like that. But it will bring in success, but as long as you make the correct balanced decision around it. So there's that. Let's get a couple cards or one card from our Chakra Zen Tarot. We want to pull a card that's going to help us work within a specific energy that will bring us forward movement, success, happiness, and flow in our new manifestations. Give me one card for Libra. Spirit, give me one card for Libra. One card for Libra. I apologize about the camera shaking. It's It's my setup here. It's still new, so I'm in the process of, you know, kind of like upgrading and whatever. But Spirit, give me one card for Libra. One card for Libra to help their forward movement and momentum in their manifestations. Spirit, give me one card for Libra. One card for Libra. Oh. Okay, so I find this so funny because the card is Justice. So Justice is our card. This is Libra's card. So what this is telling you, the message here is very strong and it's very blue. So this is asking you to work within your throat chakra, potentially speaking out the things that you are thinking about. And that may help you in whatever movement or momentum that you're trying to make within your life situation. So Justice, embody your own energy. Really hone in on yourself. Focus in on that throat chakra. Eat blues, you know, get your blueberries in ya. Focus on blue and, you know, work within that energy to create whatever change or manifestations you're trying to bring into your immediate surroundings now. It's a very beautiful, strong energy. She carries the sword and the scales. So the sword is our thoughts. And the sword cuts away things that aren't true and that no longer serve you. It's like a swift swipe. So this energy is asking you to almost embody the Queen of Swords energy as well, or the King of Swords energy. And you make your decisions based on what serves you. Also, the scales, excuse me, sorry, just all of this talking is drying me out. I just need a drink. So the scales represents balancing energies. Balancing energies is balancing both masculine and feminine energies within you, or in your surroundings or whatever. But the divine feminine and the divine masculine energy is basically what we're speaking to here. So really, when you sit down with yourself, really, you know, look within you and your decision making and your actions and reactions, and figure out which energy it is that you balance or that you are portraying more often, and then just work on that opposite energy to get yourself to a point where you'd be completely unstoppable. And this is also about truth, speaking to your personal truth. It's very strong, and you really need to unveil what is inside you to be happy, healthy, free, and all of those beautiful things that we all want, right? So beautiful message. One more card. We are picking from the Osho Zen Tarot, and Spirit, we want one more card for Libra. One more card for Libra. What is our last message for Libra? Please show me clearly. Give me one more card. Oops, that's 3, so I can't take those. One more. Oh, there it is. Oh, existence. It's a beautiful card. It's very, very worldly. It's card number 1. So the first card, so is basically speaking to, give me 1 second here. It's just, this message may be more than I can handle, but consider this. Existence, okay, is the first card. The Fool is 0, so that's the first card, but existence is number 1. So number 1 speaks to that initial spark. In the beginning of this this video, I spoke about Aries. So I spoke about Aries being that first spark, that starts the whole thing. Libra is complete opposite of Aries. So you're going in a straight line over to Libra. We are balanced. So this is where going into that first energy and then, balancing out the second part of the energy that is going to come with it. Existence being the first card. So this message is going to be super strong, and I might just be, babbling right now, but okay. So the naked figure sits on the lotus leaf of perfection, gazing at the beauty of the night sky. She knows that home is not a physical place in the outside world, but an inner quality of relaxation and acceptance. The stars, the rocks, the trees, the flowers, the fish, and the birds all are our brothers and sisters in this dance of life. We, human beings, tend to forget this as we pursue our own private agendas and believe we must fight to get what we need. But ultimately, our sense of separateness is just an illusion manufactured by the narrow preoccupations of the mind. Now is the time to look at whether you are allowing yourself to receive the extraordinary gift of feeling at home wherever you are. If you are, be sure to take the time to savor it so it can deepen and remain within you. If you, on the other hand, you've been feeling like the world is out to get you, it's time to take a break. Go outside tonight and look at the stars. You are not an accident. Existence needs you. Without you, something will be missing in existence and nobody can replace it. That's what gives you dignity. The whole existence will miss you. The stars, the sun, the moon, the trees, and the birds on earth. Everything in the universe will feel a small place is vacant, which cannot be filled with anybody except you. This gives you a tremendous joy and fulfillment that you are related to existence, and existence cares for you. Once you are clear, you can see tremendous love falling from you in all dimensions. So that made me a little bit emotional. I'm not exactly sure why, but it's a really profound message because sometimes we have a tendency to get into these small thought processes and not understanding that we are so connected to the whole world around us, not just our small spaces that we create. So that connection is extremely vital when it comes to our personal life decisions. Like, it's vital that we continue to grow and expand and become the things that are around us, and become one with the source, that energy force that is out there that is moving us. So it's a really beautiful message, and I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to share that with you. And I do apologize about the emotion at the end there. It's just I just felt so moved by that message. So anyways, I hope you liked your reading. I hope it resonated, and many blessings. Happy Easter.